2 of my journey so far, and right now imagine we're on the train travelling to Switzerland from Paris. Before you watch this, make sure you go and watch part 1, which was a day in Paris. There'll be a link up here, and there'll be a link in the be a link in the description if it doesn't pop up here. Make sure you subscribe. Don't know which side that little thing is gonna pop up here. I think it's here, or is it here? I think this thing's here. Make sure you subscribe and like before you watch this video, and let's begin. We're actually heading to a part in Switzerland called Interlaken, which is where our hostel is, and our hostel was called the Bulmers. The train journey there is about 6 hours long. When we got into Switzerland, it was dark. It was pitch black. All you could see was the little lights shining out the shops, and obviously the street lights. Didn't look like there were many stars out. It just looked like a black sheet across the sky. It was so weird. When we got off the train to walk to our hostel, it wasn't that long of a walk. I'd say about 10-15 minutes. We were just walking as a group. We were just chatting, walking past the shops, kebab houses, pizza places, and we were just like chatting about Paris, to be honest, chatting about the baby cheeses we just ate. We turned the corner and there was this like strange orange glow in the sky. Where it was so dark, it just looked really weird. Like there's just a big black sheet in front of us with like this little orange glow, and I don't have very good eyesight, but even with my glasses I was like, oh my god, what is that? And I legit thought it was like a UFO or an alien or something. My CEO was laughing, like walking. She was like, no, that's the Hardekum, which is on top of a mountain. And I was like, that's a mountain. But because it was so black, you just couldn't even see the outline of the mountain. You just saw this like orange glow right up in the sky. It was so weird. So we get to our hostel, and from the outside it looks stunning, especially at night. I'll always remember in the front of the door there was this trough, and it had like a tap on the wall, and around the tap it said the best spring water in the world. And I was like, okay, maybe I can drink the water here. There was this like what looked like a tiny TARDIS. I'll explain what that was a little bit later. I shared a room with the same 6 people that I was sharing in Paris with, and we got led to our room. We must have been about the third floor up. That there was a lot of stairs. There weren't no lifts, and you're dragging your suitcase up the stairs. I think it was in number 56, and opened the door and we had like a shared lounge with another room down the hall, and we opened the door and we all sort of just stood there because there was this like, 1, there was a strange smell, and 2, you sort of opened the door up and there was like the kitchen sink and the draining board right in front of you. But as we opened the door, there was this rack of ribs just sat on the draining boards. And now I'm not talking about the sticky barbecue ribs here. I'm talking like this thing looked like it'd just been slaughtered. It was just a rack of ribs just sitting there on the draining board raw. They weren't even on a plate. When I walked in, I'm not gonna lie, I immediately judged the place. I was like, no, I don't like this place. It's got aliens and dead animals in here. Like, I need to go. This ain't for me. No, I don't like it. Our room was actually really nice. There was 2 bunk beds and 2 single beds. I had one of the single beds next to the window, but our night didn't end there. Even though we arrived quite late, I just put my suitcase down, grabbed a little jacket. It was a little bit cold, and we went back down to go and like explore. This little TARDIS that was outside the front of our hostel was actually an underground club. Now, obviously we wanted to go and explore around our hostel, explore the area a little bit, and go and check out this underground club. What is this? I'm not gonna lie, I was tired, and I had already weird vibes from this place. I immediately judged it as soon as I walked through the door. Walking down to this underground club, you could hear the music walking down the steps. You sort of like walked across like a lounge type dance floor, and then people would set up tables and they was playing beer pong, and at the back there was like a small bar which was like on platform, like you had to step up to get up to the bar. The only way I can tell you and describe this is imagine a scene from the In-Betweeners, okay? That, I think it's from the second film where they all go and try to find Jay in Australia, and they're walking through the club and had these massive backpacks on their back. That's the only way I can describe it. Like, this is what this club felt like. Like, you just felt awkward. There was just like people with backpacks on, you had people like with dreadlocks, so just everyone just chatting. All I could hear was Australian accents. I was like, where am I? I literally felt like I was going to bump into Jay any second. Jay! It just, I don't know, that whole thing, I was overwhelmed, I was tired, I judged the place. I was like, oh my god, I need to hit the hay, I need to go to bed. I slept like a log that night. I slept right through. I woke up too, and I kid you not, the most amazing, ironic morning view I have ever seen. That the clouds were so low, the sun was like shining on the mountain. In the mountain you can see like little houses. It just looked stunning. The UFO I saw yesterday, I could clearly see it now. The Harlequin on top of the mountain. This place was beautiful. I think I uploaded one clip on Instagram on my story. I got loads of messages saying, oh my god, where is this? That looks amazing. That looks so beautiful. And I was literally like, I'm here. I'm in Switzerland. Check me out. So I planned my day and the next couple of days. We was in Switzerland for a good 2.5 days. On the first day, Becky and I, who was on the trip with me, decided to do an activity which involves core strength and stupidity. That's the only way I can describe it. This activity was called canyoning. When we was in Paris, was looking for things to do in Switzerland, one thing that was on the itinerary was this thing called canyoning. And I didn't really know what canyoning was. I didn't even think to Google it or research it. So I thought, yeah, that sounds good. Just tick that, say that I'll do that. Only when I went back up to my room, sort of like, well, actually, what is this? What have I just signed up for here? Google said, and I quote, canyoning. The sport of jumping into a fast-flowing mountain stream and allowing oneself to be carried downstream at high speed. The day of my activity came. It was my first day. Me and Becky was downstairs in the lobby waiting for our tour guide. This man turned around. He was Dutch. He looked quite nice actually. I shook his hand and he had quite a firm handshake, you know. He was like, "You ready for this?" I was like, oh, here we go. Can't back out now. There, he gave us a little sort of like safety briefing. And I was sat there with my glasses on because, like I said, I don't have good eyesight. And he was all right, you're right to go without your glasses? And I was like, oh. And it just didn't like occur to me that I'm going to be doing this activity half blind. Oh my god. So I took my glasses off and he said, right, the water's going to be cold, so you're going to need to wrap up. So he gave us this like base layer, and then on top you had a really thick wetsuit. Like, I'm talking, this thing was so thick. I really struggled to put this on, and you're trying to get it on and it's like stuck on your leg. It's like, this just looks embarrassing. And then trying to get it on over the shoulders. Once we'd got like our suit on, we had to go downstairs and choose like, our socks and our shoes. I broke a bloody nail trying to put a shoe on, didn't I? I was panicking so much. I'm trying to get my shoe on. I had to go and get another size. I thought, this ain't going on my foot. I need a bigger size. I got fat feet. Then I got stuck with a helmet. I actually got quite a fat head, but my helmet said Pee-wee. Pee-wee. We get in this like minivan and we're driving up this mountain, and he's like we're all like getting to know each other. Like, we're driving up this mountain, we're going round and round. The views are amazing, okay, but I had to leave my glasses back there, so I'm like squinting like, oh my god, this is amazing. We get out of the van, we're like halfway up this mountain, and he said, right, we're going to go for a little 10-minute walk. Oh my god, I had my helmet on, like 2 layers, a wetsuit, and I also had like a harness wrapped around my waist, and then a life jacket. I had my helmet on. I just looked like a chubby alien, basically, like trying to walk like this. I was chafing between the legs. So like, in my head, I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? Was walking up this like little track, and like to the right, there was like a drop with the water running down, and in my head I was like, that water's going to be so cold. How deep is that water? I'm gonna die. Please help me, God. I'm so blind. So we get in, Becky gets in first. I'm like cheering her on because I'm the last one. Get in and I'm like dunking myself. I was like, oh, that's cold. That's fine, I can do this. Oh my god, when you stand up and you've just been in the water, you just feel all the water in your wetsuit just run down your back and down your legs. It was so cold. It was freezing. I can't describe how cold this water was. It was ice cold. On this like, activity, he said like a few things we're going to be doing. We're going to be sliding down rocks. We're going to be jumping in. We're going to be abseiling down. We're going to do a Superman jump. We're going to be cannonballing into the water. We're going to have fun. And I was like, okay. And then he said we're going to be swinging, climbing. And I was like, oh, this is too much. I can't take it in. Oh, so overwhelmed. Okay, we're going to be abseiling down a 39-foot drop. And down this abseiling, once you begin, you have to like really like lean into your harness. So we're like leaning, and he says, oh, just step down onto that ledge. Oh, what ledge, mate? The little ledge was like this little bit of rock just poking out the side of this other rock. It wasn't a step. And then from there, we do a little bit more like jumping in and getting used to the water, sliding down the rocks. We get to do what's called a Superman jump, and they call it a Superman jump because you jump and you have to land on your left hand side and put your arm up so it looks like a Superman jump, but your arm is actually bent, protecting like your head and neck. Let me just show you what this jump was, okay? He's going to jump in first and show you what we're about to do. Did you see how close he was to that rock? He was like, who wants to go first? And all three of the girls stepped back and I was the only one that obviously still stood there like... So he's like, come on then, Pee-wee. I stood there and he was like, 3, 2, 1. And I was like, whoa, okay, hold on a minute. I cannot do this. I need to like brace myself. But the more I thought about it, the worst things were going through my mind. I was like, I'm going to break my neck. I'm going to hit my head. I'm going to die. And I had a panic attack. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And he's like, it's okay. Pulled myself together a little bit, took a deep breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And he just pushed me in. It was so much fun. I'm so glad I did it. I don't think I could do the 7-hour one. Some of the guys on our trip did the 7-hour one and they come back shattered. Walked back, I was so overwhelmed. My hair just was a mess. I looked a mess. I was ugly. On my first day, I also had planned to do another activity in the late afternoon. So once I got myself sorted, freshened up, had a shower, me and Becky decided to go for a walk around Switzerland, grab a little something to eat. I grabbed a bag of popcorn and we sat on this field. Got another map in eye. We sat on this field here. And we watched all the paragliders like land. I done a little time lapse here because we sat on the field and they were just landing anywhere and everywhere. Sometimes you'd get like the hang gliders come down. They were just all over the place, packing up, then they was walking off. It was so funny. So we just like sat there and just chilled out, had a chat and enjoyed an afternoon. This is where I got this photo from, okay? This is the field that I was sat on. I tried to like mix it up a bit. I wanted to stand there doing handstands, sit down, and as I was like preparing for the shot, this hang glider come out of nowhere and I was like landed like right behind us. And about 6 PM we had to make our way to the chocolate shop to go and become Swiss chocolatiers. And if you don't believe me, I've actually got a certificate here. I'm a qualified Swiss chocolatier. I'd recommend going to do this. I'm not going to give too much away. I made 3 lovely bars of dark chocolate. I decorated them all myself. I should show you here. You need to just go and do this. I recommend it 100%. Hilarious, well presented, well done. I loved it. I'll show you a few sneak peeks. I looked hilarious. I loved it. I love chocolate. I was in heaven. Our next day, so our second day, we was up early. We was down in the lobby. I'd say about 7 AM, probably a little bit earlier than that. We had to go and get the bus and catch the train to go to Grindelwald. On the train, I couldn't stop staring out the window because this is how stunning this place was. I'm literally going to bombard you with videos and pictures of this place because if you haven't been, I recommend you go. It's so good. We got a ticket to go up the gondola, and a gondola in Switzerland is basically like a ski lift, and I'm telling you, we went up high to the point that my ears popped. We get to the top of this mountain and at the top there is this like cliff walk, and it's basically a walk which hangs over the edge of a cliff, and at the end you get to see like the mountain range, the Swiss Alps. Oh my goodness. We had something to eat, a little sit down, and I'm not gonna lie, this day, although Switzerland I assumed it was going to be a little bit more colder than Paris and Rome, I got sunburn. I got sunburn on my head and I got sunburn glasses marks. I don't know if you can see them. Can you see this? Yeah, I tried to cover it up a little bit with foundation, but you can still see them. Once everyone else had like gathered, we was back as a group again. We went for a 2-hour walk to go and see the Grindelwald Lake Bachalpsee.
Lake Bachalpsee.
2-hour hike, the 2-hour trek in the beaming sun with the lovely mountain view was worth it. This lake, there were 2 lakes actually, but this lake was I'm gonna let you have a look for it yourself here and tell me what you think in the comments. This place was stunning. So obviously from there we had another 2-hour walk back towards the calf and the cliff walk, and when we bought our tickets to go up this mountain you had the option to come down in a certain way. Okay, so there were 4 ways you can come back down the mountain. You could get the gondola all the way back down, you could go halfway down via zip line and then get the gondola back down. You could use a tricycle to get all the way down, like a little bike, all the way down, like completely. Or the 4th way, you could fly down. So obviously me being me, the little traveller and explorer and adventurer that I am, I thought, why don't I give this like flying thing a go? Let's go and fly down. Let's do this together. So we get the gondola down halfway and then we have to get into this thing. And I don't know if anyone has been to Alton Towers in the UK and been on the ride Air. We were clipped into this thing. It was all metal and all like 4 seats, and then this like metal rod is like down your back, and once you're clipped in and it literally goes zzz, and you're laying on your stomach. You are laying on your stomach. And I was looking at the ground and I was like, oh God. And there's nothing to hold on to. Nothing. You just see the girls like on me left, like, way. And I was like, I just couldn't stop swearing. I was so scared. So not only does this thing obviously go down on your stomach, you have to get up to go down, so it was going up backwards, so we're all like hanging down like this, and I was like, oh my god, I've got nothing to hold on to. Going down was really nice. I could handle that. I'd done that fine. Going up to come back down, I was panicking. You just staring at the ground, you can see how high you are. Woo, I don't think I could do it again. But it was good. As a whole group, we got back on the train to go back. Some of us had the option to go back to hostel. Some of us wanted to go and do other things. Or there was the option to go up another mountain, which was the mountain which had the harder coombe at the top, to go and see the sunset. And this sunset, the sun setting on the mountains made the top of the mountains like go pink, and all of these colours just came together. You had like the green of the trees, you had the blue of the water, and you had like the pink and white orange of the sunset on top of the mountains. It was spectacular. I will recommend going up to this mountain to go and see the sunset. The harder coombe, I think, is actually a restaurant, but the restaurant is very expensive. At the top of this mountain watching this sunset, I set up my camera and my tripod to get a time lapse of the sunset, and I got bitten. Why? I don't think to have taken my bug spray with me. I got bitten on my leg, I got bitten on my face. I looked a mess. And then me and another girl got a little bit lost getting home. We was like looking for the bus back. We was searching about it for ages. We rang our CEO. We was like, we can't get back. What's the bus home? And she was like, why are you getting the bus? Just walk. As soon as we got back, I had a fat pizza. I was starving. I had the biggest pizza ever. There was like this little Pizza Hut next to our hostel. Oh my God, was it nice. So the next day, mid-afternoon, we got the train to Rome. So that leads us to our next video. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe down below so I know that you love what I'm making. I really love making these videos and sharing what I've done with you guys. Really, really love it. If you haven't seen my last video, make sure you go and watch that, A Day in Paris, and tell me if you can spot the technical error halfway through. I literally freeze. It's hilarious. I was watching it back after I posted it and I was like, oh no! I was like, that is so embarrassing. I'm frozen. And my voice just like keeps talking. Oh, it's funny. But if you spot that, give me a little like. I recommend this place. Lovely. You could go out at night on your own here. Everyone just knew everyone. They were so friendly. There's loads of different travellers travelling around. I met quite a few different people, not only from my group. So with that, I shall see you in the next video and we shall be travelling to Rome. Bye!